EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. First down. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Carr. Throw left side, complete. That's Drake. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. To throw, it's Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down Raiders, Carr to Waller. Las Vegas. Throw again. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his...
There he goes, left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, 63 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Josh Jacobs, boy, I tell you, he is a complete package. The power that he has to run through you, and then he's also got the speed to run away from you, as we saw there.
And I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And the next-gen stats are going to show us the total distance he covered there, better than 70 yards.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Flush to his right, and now he's going to use his legs. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep...
Hurts fumbles it, and the Raiders pick it up. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And it's 3rd down.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. Strong coverage by Carolina. 4th down.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. The kick by Carlson is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And there's the first NFL catch for Henry Ruggs. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Here's Drake, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Shotgun now for Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Julio Jones. there to make the grab. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A very solid gain of 27. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time.
The evidence was right there.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They go play action with Hurts. And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Lets it fly for Thielen. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's second down. To throw again. Carr. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Carr got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. First down Vegas as Carr finds Ruggs that time. Running is Jacobs. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 14-yard line, 2nd and 11.
14-yard line.
Jacobs now. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Drake. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Carr going to throw. Steps away to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
They'll run it with Jacobs. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll hand it to Drake here on the option. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. So they went forth from the 1 on 4th and goal, and they got it done.
Is this the new NFL?
This is the new NFL.
This is the updated NFL, and I like it. I know that quarterbacks across the league have spent the entire offseason and even during the season lobbying their coaches to go for it more on 4th down. Let's go get it. Because nowadays, you've got to score points to win games in the NFL. You can't just rely on your defense to hold them.
I think the quarterbacks want to eliminate field goals inside of 30 yards, probably.
Well, listen, they have enough confidence in themselves that they can call plays and make plays that they won't need those field goals inside the 30.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Escaping the pressure right. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. 23 yards on the play.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Catch there by Robbie Anderson, and we all know he's got the speed to get behind any defense. What I think is underrated about his game is his toughness and his belief in self. Robbie Anderson was an undrafted free agent who's turned into a big-time player in the NFL, and now landing in Carolina reunites him with his college coach, Matt Rule, when they were together at Temple.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Hurts sets up to throw it. Eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete. Brings up second and goal.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. Throwing is Hurts. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
1 yard on the play. It's now third and goal.
This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on third and goal. They'll throw now on the final play. Flushed out right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team?
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Julio Jones. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
The score, Raiders 31, Panthers nothing.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Catch there where DJ Moore is really starting to come into his own, and he's one of that pack of receivers in the NFL now that looks like running backs and plays like that as well when they catch the football. Last year, nearly 1,200 yards receiving, 78 yards per game, and that ranked in the top 10 in the league. Expect those numbers to continue to grow.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
2 yards.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
At the 38-yard line.
Here's Jacobs. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolutely perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders. And it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago, 1,150 yards. In fact, the only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier. And this kid is a workhorse who can carry the football in any situation and catch it out of the backfield.
Now a carry for Jacobs. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down right around the 37. 16 yards, a first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the rookie, his intended target, but it's going to be second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
can't believe they even let you play. Watch out, watch out. 694.
Throwing again. Carr. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. Now, they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Here's Jacobs, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys continue to pour it on. Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Panthers nothing. Daniel Carlson to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. First career touchdown in his first career game. And it's for pride now, but the Panthers do get a bit closer.
Although it's more commonplace now than at any other time in the NFL, it's still tough to...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he is not going to make it to the end zone. And that's pretty reflective of their game as a whole, as they'll remain down by a bundle. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The road to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
36 yards on the play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing now is Carr. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns. Credit him with his sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Carr completes it. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a
Hurts fumbles it, and the Raiders pick it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone, and the football will come out to the 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here's Hurts to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Hurts. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 32. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. We'll try for 3. From the left hash, this from 37. And that is no good. No good. Wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here we go. Here we go.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And the Raiders have got him. Solomon Thomas able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Play action. Here's Hurts. He's going to look deep for more. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense.
12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the second time.
Formation for the Raiders.
And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It was actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Max Crosby picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Second down.
Second down. Here's Hurts. Dancing to his left. And now here is another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on,
No one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Third down.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And my goodness, another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Big Derek Brown making the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. They stay on the ground with Drake. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end? I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Today's
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Las Vegas, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints.